Guys, let's keep it going for Rick and Kurt. Come on. And let's keep it going for Bob Seeger here in the doorway here. Well, thank you very, very much for coming out tonight. That guy's been freaking me out the whole night. Thank you very, very much for coming out tonight. There's a lot of Womacks in the crowd tonight. When there's this many Womacks in one place, usually means one of two things. Either I'm doing stand-up comedy or there's an AA meeting in this room. It's stand-up comedy tonight. I made the long haul in. I drove in from Menor. The slogan in Menor is "It's better in Menor." I don't know if any of you guys knew that. I think they should have gone with, "Hey, at least we're not Painesville." Thank you. And Willoughby. Willoughby's got another funny slogan. Willoughby, lots of reasons to smile. Yeah, name one. And then, last but not least, there's a little city called Eastlake. Now, Eastlake's kind of a touchy subject. My mom and dad grew up in Eastlake. That's where they met. They both went to Eastlake North. I actually lived there for a short while last year. But I don't agree with their slogan either. Eastlake, the crown jewel of Lake County. Isn't Eastlake more like the ketchup-stained wife beater of Lake County? There's probably a couple of people who still live in Eastlake here who didn't like that joke. They're probably like, well, we have a baseball stadium. Well, yeah, you also have a porn store right off the freeway, so you're not exactly batting 1,000. A lot of truck drivers in Eastlake, a lot of truck drivers. I myself drive a truck, and a lot of my buddies just went back to college. So what do they ask me to do? Move their shit. That's right. Now, here's what I don't get about my buddies. You know, when they think of moving big, heavy couches and huge oak dressers, is my physique really the first thing that comes to mind? I mean, seriously. I have the physique of Katie Couric. Honestly, I don't understand my friend's thought process. You know, it's like, well, Tom's a trainer at FitWorks, and Brad used to play football in high school. Let's call the guy who's 5'4" and 130 pounds. And the best part about it is, I don't even drive a big, manly truck. It's not like one of those trucks you see in like the commercials of like football games where it's like tugging around cinder blocks. I drive a fucking Ford Ranger. The Ford Ranger is the kind of truck you buy when you say you want to own a truck. You know what I mean? The Ford Ranger is kind of like the Olsen twins of pickup trucks. You know, they're small and cute, but they don't really serve a purpose. I think the reason why I got the Ford Ranger is because my dad had a Ford Ranger, so it's just kind of like in the DNA bloodline there. You know, I love my dad, but sometimes when I talk to him, I don't understand some of the stuff he says. You know, we're watching the Weather Channel the other day, and he goes, "Ooh, it's going to be good sleeping weather tonight." If you're tired, isn't any weather good sleeping weather? I mean, seriously, if it's 30 degrees outside and you're in a heated home with an Afghan and a fireplace, are you really going to struggle to fall asleep? I have to wake up early for work. I don't get much sleep. Wake up 6:30 every day to drive downtown. I love Cleveland. I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but Cleveland was one of 3 cities considered for the 2011 Special Olympics. It's true, we didn't get the games though, they actually went to Athens, Greece. You know, when I first heard this, I began thinking to myself, is this really what Cleveland needs? The Special Olympics? I mean, we're the poorest city, we're one of the fattest cities. Is bringing in 1,000 retards really going to help our situation? I mean, think about it, don't we already have the Special Olympics here in Cleveland? You know, they average about 4 wins a year and wear those orange helmets. Not all hope is lost, though. Not all hope is lost. How many people saw Brady Quinn on Saturday night? 6'4", 227 pounds. That kid is a vanilla gorilla. Man, the moment he stepped on the field, he was like a laxative. He was making shit happen. Talented, good-looking, everything Charlie Fry isn't. Brady Quinn and Charlie Fry, as I like to call it, the Great White Hope and the Great White Trash. I mean, think about it. You guys seen Charlie Fry underneath that helmet? He looks like the love child of Kid Rock and Brett Favre. Honestly, it's okay to call Charlie Fry white trash. He went to the University of Akron. Ooh, I offended some zips in the audience. Now, I love football, but I can never play it. For one, obviously I'm not tall enough, and two, I don't hold dog fights in my backyard. Actually, speaking of my height, when I was 13 years old, my mom took me to see an endocrinologist, because apparently I wasn't growing. I had about 5 growth hormone shots, and as you can see, they worked wonders. Now, here's what I don't get about growth hormone. Barry Bonds can take growth hormone and break the home run record and make millions of dollars. I, on the other hand, take growth hormone and end up looking like a shorter, gayer version of Ryan Seacrest. Right now, my mom's thinking, oh, I like that Ryan Seacrest. You know, I poke fun of my mom a lot. My mom was a single mother who raised 2 boys on her own. Why don't we give her a nice little round of applause? What's great about my mom is she's going to go into work tomorrow and try and tell these jokes to her coworkers and screw them all up. You know, she'll probably say something like, you know, my Josh says that Charlie Fry looks like the love child of Kid Rock and Ryan Seacrest because he's the vanilla gorilla. I love you, Mom. My girlfriend couldn't make it tonight. A lot of you know my lovely girlfriend, Katie. Who said woo? She went back to school, she went back to college, and I'm a little bummed out. I'm not bummed out that she went back to college, I'm more bummed out anymore. Years old. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. I felt like the dying breed, like the last one of the guy friends to, like, you know, date a teenager. But that's okay, you know. She's great, though. Actually, when I first met her, she was giving me a tour of her house, and this chick's got a lot of money, okay? And I can say that because she's not here. But when she gave me a tour of her house, she had 13 rooms in her house, not counting bathrooms. Yeah, cha-ching on that one, you know. But it was funny, by like the 5th or 6th room, she had to start making up names for the rooms because they didn't really like serve a purpose, you know. She'd be like, here's my parents' room, here's my brother's room, here's my room, here's the dining room, here's my dad's dressing room. I'm like, your dad has a dressing room? Who's your dad, Neil Diamond? But she was a great girl. Maybe one day we'll get older, have some kids together. I always wanted to be that business dad who came to like the baseball games after work. You know the kind of dad I'm talking about? He rolls up the sleeves, has a shirt and tie, has the baseball hat with the mesh back, usually coaches third base. Always clapping, you know, for the son. And maybe, just maybe, Katie, my girlfriend, will turn into a soccer mom. I don't know. You know what soccer moms love? People magazine. Soccer moms love People magazine. All right, college girls have Cosmo. Soccer moms have People magazine. And what's great about People magazine is you can always find like the same 3 things in it in every issue. Usually there's Britney Spears carrying around one of her kids like a loaf of bread. Usually Brad Pitt's trying to save the world in some third world country. And in every issue of People, you always find Matthew McConaughey running without a shirt on. I mean, the guy makes $20 million a movie. He can't afford a tank top. You know, but I was thinking about it would be great to date a soccer mom, though. I mean, think about it. Do you think she'd carpool you and your buddies around? Maybe buy you some pizza rolls after work? You know, what about, like, the process for sleeping with a soccer mom? Do you have to sign a permission slip beforehand? You know, or what about if you want to sleep? Or do you have to call your mom just to make sure it's okay? I bet when you're done sleeping with a soccer mom, you probably get like a little juice box and a bag of Doritos. There's a little reward, you know, just something on the side. And what about like a soccer mom 3-way, you know? What's great about a soccer mom 3-way is it doesn't matter if you make her orgasm or not. Chances are she's still going to pile everyone into the minivan and take you to Dairy Queen afterwards. That would be great, though. I mean, I would be so happy if I dated a soccer mom. I'd be like Richard Simmons on a Red Bull. I'd be jumping all over the place. Honestly. I heard soccer moms can do shit that's so kinky it makes R. Kelly look like Mr. Rogers. Guys, thanks for coming out tonight. I appreciate it.